Today, I wanted to speak about a story of inner peace and how it's tied in to outer performance. So, when I started coaching, I called myself a business coach, and I really focused more on the actions and the strategies and actions one needed to be successful. But I realized that who one is being and where one is coming from is everything. I thought it was corny when people would say, "Oh, you need to be, then you need to, do, then you will get," as opposed to, you know, do, get, and then be. Especially around people thinking that money, going and getting money will bring them whatever it is. And how did I find that out? I find that out by realizing that so many of us, you know, um, are being from a place of fear, being from a place of doubt. Um, but the root of tapping into inner peace, and what I found out for myself and what I help my clients with now is really realizing that at our core, Dr. Demartini speaks of the immortal soul. The three principles speak of the divine mind. At our very core, we are okay. We are whole. We are pureness, pure love. But then what happens often is that we don't tap into elements um, because we forget. We think that, um, whatever it is comes from outside of us. So let me give you two or three examples. In my case, what stopped me from really expressing myself fully, often what I was stopping myself with was thoughts that, what, if people don't approve of me, if people reject me, then that means something bad about me or even about my safety. And what that would mean is, whenever something in those lights, happened, I would slow myself down. I would feel a sense of lack of safety. I'd feel anxiety in my almost in my heart. And I would slow myself down. I would, protect myself. My thinking would be that, this direction you're moving in is dangerous. But the thing is, it's only my belief, coming from being raised in an environment where people's approval was thought to be important for the very sake of safety, that I would have that reaction, that I would slow myself. And I was speaking to um, um, someone in a session last week, and she said, you know, she would, whenever she'd do something, she'd always criticize herself, because criticizing herself is how she avoided being criticized by her mother. So there's failure for her mom, less than perfection in so many areas, um, was unacceptable to the mother, and the mother would let her know by yelling at her, diminishing her. So to avoid, that same feeling, this lady, took, unfortunately, and we do this all the time, picked up a belief that her safety, her worth came through avoiding failure. And so many of us walk around with such limiting beliefs. And what inner peace looks like and how it manifests out of performance is the knowledge that, you know, it is, we are always moving towards what we consider safety. And the only thing that is, only misunderstanding that needs to be corrected is that you think that safety or wellness comes from outside of us, you know. But the truth of the matter, it's only because we believe it does that we then act in that way. And what I mean by that is, sure, one can be hurt physically, but then starting from that premise that we are immortal souls having a temporary physical experience, nothing can truly hurt us at our very core. So imagine, you know, when, you know, if we come to a moment that stresses us because we think, oof, I'm not safe because I failed. Oof, I'm not safe because this person is disapproving of me or doesn't want to work with me or doesn't want to whatever. And those same feelings of lack of worth, you know, that, you know, or, you know, that come up, that come up. You can always remember that it's, you know, that we have access, you know, that those thoughts helped us when we're feeling those thoughts. You know, when we're feeling our thinking that, oof, my safety, my worth comes from outside of me. You know, that's a very normal way of thinking. Most of us do it. And you know, the truth of the matter is, it's always from the inside. It's always us and our beliefs that create ourselves, that create our responses. And right, why not tap into that immortal being, that immortal soul that is beyond the mind, you know, and tap into that. And what that looks like generally for me is what I help my clients just coming to the state of understanding that, you know, it's only one thought away. And I'm not saying we should control our thoughts, but knowing that, you know, when we quiet our minds, you know, we generally access that place of wholeness. Yeah. And on my Friday show at 7:30 GMT +2 in the morning, I answer questions from people looking to get rid of limiting beliefs, get unstuck in any area of their life that they're not getting the results that they want. So I'll put the link in. I'll put the link in the description, and I look forward to speaking and sharing more with you in the days to come.